Then all at once, the messenger was there. Amid the simmer of wedding guests, dropped in like the last ingredient into a bubbling pot. They kept on drinking and did not feel the stealthy entrance of the God who held his aura as tight against his body as a wet cloak, and seemed to be like any one of them as he walked on. But abruptly, halfway through a sentence, one guest saw how the young master was startled from his couch at the table's head, as though he had been snatched up into the air and mirroring all over with all his being a strangeness that addressed him horribly. And then, as though the mixture cleared, there was silence. On the bottom, just the dregs of muddy noise and a precipitate of falling babble, already giving off the rancid smell of laughter that has turned. For now they recognized the slender God, and as he stood before them, filled with his message and unentreatable, they almost knew. And yet, when it was uttered, it was beyond all understanding. None of them could grasp it. This poem by Rilke, Alcestis, kind of sums up the gospel lesson for me today. The slender God has appeared among us. And there's all kinds of ways that we can distract ourselves from that presence. One of the ways people that are academic do it, they sacrifice a whole forest of trees. And they write out great big long arguments about how the transfiguration, well, it was really a post-resurrection thing that happened before. Well, they moved it back. And then, of course, the opposing view, they go out and chop down a whole nother forest. So they say, no, it really happened. Are you confused? Yeah. That's not what this story is about. That's not what this is getting at. The God is among us. The eternal moment is right here. Transfiguration is in the eternal moment that envelops us. And then there's Peter. One of the ways we deal with that eternal moment, the mystery among us, we like to grab it. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to bring it right into this mundane time. I'll tell you what, I'll build a thing for you, build one for Elijah, build one for Moses, everything. You know, and the cloud shows up. Then things get serious. It's not like they haven't seen the transfiguration. The cloud's now here. And the voice from the cloud speaks. And they're frozen in fear. This is my beloved. This is my son. This is my kid. Listen to him. And the first thing he does, he walks over to those guys. They're on the ground cowering. He says, don't be afraid. Because it's fear that keeps me from seeing the transfiguration. It's fear that keeps me from being bathed in this eternal moment. The thing about this story, I'm going to confess something to you. I don't care if it happened after the resurrection. I don't care if it happened before the... I don't care if it's a historical event. I just don't care. What I do care about is what it says and the metaphor it contains. Jesus, Moses, Elijah. Do you see it? Moses is Torah, the law. Elijah, the prophets. Jesus in the center, reconciling law and prophet. Another way to look at it. The law is a very heady thing, isn't it? If you're going to do law, you've got to be up here in your head. You've got to reason it out. Prophecy, that's an emotional thing. You've got to be able to be in front of people and pull them into the message. You've got to emote. But in Jesus, these two things find balance. And in that balance, the eternal message can be heard, can be experienced. See, we preachers are so good at this. Yeah, you can do it. You know how to do that, right? You know how to balance that, right? We give you this stuff, and then we don't tell you how to do it. Thing is, it's as simple as prayer. But the problem is, most Christians, they do this. Heady prayer. Oh, God, thank you for this, thank you for that. Oh, God, I need this, I need that. Oh, God, would you help out? And that prayer is called for. And then there's the emotional prayer. Oh, God, surely not. Oh, be with me. And there's call for that. But there's another prayer. And the Hezekiah monks called this prayer the prayer of the mind and the heart. See? Moses and Elijah, Torah and prophet, head and heart coming together. And in that meeting, Christ shines in you. Christ shines in me. Christ is awake. And I become aware of the eternal moment. It can't be contained by anything. It just can't. And in that eternal moment, the message is given. And often that message is way beyond words. So what good does that do when I go out that door, right? Save me the bull. That's our wonderful, rational, skeptical minds doing that. What it does, it pulls me to a center place where I'm not hiding behind my intelligence. I'm not overcome by my emotion. I'm at a place of intuitive knowing that those monks called intellect with a capital I. Intuitive knowing. So if I am perplexed by a problem, when I go out that door and I'm in the work world or the family world or the school world, I can be in that center place and see the right path that opens before me. It's as simple as that. Not pulled off balance. Get up. Don't be afraid. See, he's going to get up. And that's exactly what Peter, James, and John did. They got up. They were in the presence. And they knew in that place Christ is risen, Christ is alive, Christ is real in this moment and forever. It's the eternal moment. I'm going to let a female poet have the last word. We went with Rilke. This is from a 14th century Kashmiri poetess. She says, meditate within each. Well, you know what? I just realized I didn't tell you how to do it, did I? Boy, we're slick. You've got to watch these preachers. The way to get to that place, it's as simple as breathing. I did get that far and then I got distracted. Breathing. As simple as I am. I am. I can feel your skepticism. I am. Now the monks, they would pray, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. To become aware of my breath, become aware of the heartbeat, to let the chattiness die down and the overwhelming wave of emotion calm. And in that calmness, be in the eternal moment of transfiguration. It's as simple as breathing. It really is. The last word. Meditate within eternity. Don't stay in the mind. Your thoughts are like a child fretting near its mother's breast. restless and afraid, who, with a little guidance, can find the path of courage.